Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I've got the ultimate high round setup for Revelations. Let's get straight into it. Gobblegum pack, we need Perkaholic, we need a Fire Sale Immolation Liquidation, we also need the I'm Feeling Lucky. We use that for dropping hopefully max ammos because you're going to need ammo on the high rounds. Then we've obviously got Cashback, you know what that does, and of course Alchemical. Alchemical is an awesome Gobblegum, especially for using the Apothicon. Okay, so as soon as you get into the game, head straight over to the Gobblegum. You want to try and get Perkaholic first off. If not, then it's fine. If you get Immolation Liquidation first, don't worry, you've gained your 500 points, but you can still get 100 points on Quick Revive, which will give you 10 spins on the box. Hopefully use these 10 spins to get the weapons that we need. Now the weapons that we're going to need for this are going to be the Thunder Gun, the Ragnaroks. As you see there, I just picked up the Ragnaroks. We're going to need Little Arnies. We're also going to need the Apothicon. Now an upgraded Apothicon and upgraded Thunder Gun is going to be pretty essential for high rounds. So once you have eventually got the Apothicon out of the box, hopefully it isn't going to take too long, and hopefully you get it on the early rounds while you're still using your Immolation Liquidation. Head over to the first turret, throw an Arnie if you need to keep the zombies off you, find the first stone, shoot it, and that's the first step for upgrading the Apothicon. If you turn around, head towards the back, you can see this other stone, shoot that. Hopefully you'll get it first time so you don't waste any ammo. You'll see it disappear, and that's the second step towards upgrading the Apothicon. While you're here, you may as well do the turret, throw an Arnie if you need to. Now in this tutorial I'm going to cover two different strats. Now this is quite essential for one of the strats. This door here, do not open it. So this is on the left hand side of spawn, or right hand side, whichever way you're facing. Do not open it. Go the other way around to get all the bits done that we need to. Okay, so once you've finished in spawn, head over to the Eisendrache. You maybe want to just check here to see if there's the pink stone, which is part of building the keeper. If it's not there, then it's going to be in two other locations, which we'll check in a moment. Up here through the gate, and we want to stand on all four of these stepping stones, just so that we can enable anti-gravity. Once anti-grav is enabled, we can do a quick wall run to get the first part of the shield. Now while you've got the shield part, you may as well go and throw a grenade in this hole up in the air. You'll see a wolf skull appear, it will come out, drop down, and it will start to float. What you need to do here is get some zombie kills, and the souls from the zombies will fill up the skull. Now once it's filled up, you'll hear a wolf sound. Just run back up to the turret area because we need to do this power. So just hit X and deal with what you've got to deal with. Now before we leave this area, we do need to do the third step for upgrading the Apothicon. Just look up to the right and you'll see another stone. Just fire off an Apothicon shot at that, and just check to see if the little purple pink stone is there on your way out. So as we come over to this area, just check this post for part of the shield and the bookshelf there for the skull. So now just go through those doors and head back over to the other turret. What you can do here is, once you've activated it, if you've got no Arnies left, you could just put your Ragnaroks down. It's very easy. Just complete the turret sequence and then move on to the next area. So through these doors, hang a left, and what we're going to do now is do another step for upgrading the Apothicon. Towards the right of this jump pad, you'll see a stone up in the air. Shoot it, must be with the Apothicon. And once you can see that it's absorbing it, jump through the teleporter and let's go to the next area. So through these doors, hang a left, and let's do this other stone. This is the final stone that we need to do. And then while we're here, we may as well do the turret sequence. As before, there's a couple of ways we can deal with this once we've activated it. We can throw an Arnie, keep ourselves a bit safe, or as before, put our Ragnaroks down if they're charged. Okay, so we need to now head over to the last section of this map, and here we're going to be getting the last part for creating the keeper. The flag here, And we are also going to then go ahead and build it. Now this doesn't give us anything yet. We have to call this or summon it, and it costs 5,000 points. What we do need to do is go and get the last part of the shield. This is one of the possible locations, and once you've got that, simply head back to the middle area and go through the teleporter. And what we want to do is find the crafting table. So if you turn a left up here, open the door, straight forward in front of you, you'll find the crafting table, which you can use to build a shield. Now equip the shield, and there you are, you're protected from the rear. So the next step we need to do is unlock Pack-a-Punch. Wait for the big old beast to go past, press the button, initialize the Tesla ray, and you'll see that he'll get trapped and he will open these stairs here. Now once the stairs are open, simply run down them, stand in front of his mouth, and he will drag you inside. Now as soon as you get through, the first thing you need to do, shoot these 3 areas. That will make the Pack-a-Punch drop down. So what we can now do is upgrade the Apothicon. This will give us more ammo, it will change the colour of the Apothicon, and it will also make each of the bullets or fires or portholes last a bit longer. What we also need to do once we've got another 5,000 points is upgrade the Thunder Gun. This is going to prove extremely useful for fighting off the Margwars and also the Tech Army, the Panzers. 3 shots from the upgraded Thunder Gun and it should obliterate them, which we'll see a bit later. Now head through the 3rd tunnel down, head over to the Eisendrache, and we're going to finish off filling the souls up into this wolf skull. Now as soon as it's finished, as soon as it's got enough, you'll hear that wolf sound howling, which is a really awesome sound. Now once it's finished, what you'll be able to do is head downstairs to the cinema area and go and pick up your mask, which will increase your sprint. Now this is it's the first mask that you get, and it's not particularly great, but it's the first one you can get. So the one that we're actually after is the one which gives us a bit of extra jug. So go and put on the Keeper, or summon the Keeper. He will appear, and what you need to do is just kind of train around some zombies and let the Keeper get some kills. Now what happens is you hear like a bell, like a completion noise, and as soon as that completion noise has been heard, that means that the Keeper has literally killed enough zombies to acquire the next helmet. So once that occurs, you can throw away Arnie out of the way to keep the zombies off you, and to the right here on this mannequin you'll see the Keeper hat. So at this stage I would probably say that we're pretty much set up for high rounds. One of the tactics that I like to do is this area here. So on the left in the Eisendrache, or the right, whichever way you're looking, you can literally perch your butt here. Fire an Apothicon at the wall. Once that's finished, put your Ragnaroks down. And that will then kill, obviously, all the zombies. Now, when you're firing that Apothicon straight at the wall, it's going to be capturing all the zombies that appear from the left and all the zombies that appear from the right. On the higher rounds, you'll find that one shot from the Apothicon will recharge your Ragnaroks. Obviously, we're only on round 15 here, so when you shoot the Apothicon, it's only going to fill it up about a quarter or even a half. So if you remember earlier on at the beginning of the tutorial, I mentioned about not opening a specific door at the beginning in spawn. Well, this is the reason why. So we're going to head up through here, through these little corridors, and we're heading towards the teleporter. Now what's going to happen is when we go over to this teleporter, we're going to jump over to the spawn area, but we're going to be trapped inside this little area. Now this little area is absolutely awesome for ploughing through the rounds. What we can do here is fire the Apothicon at the wall. It will capture the zombies coming from both the windows, the one on the left, the one on the right, and also any of the zombies which seem to spawn to the left of the teleporter. As before, what we can do, we can fire one of the Apothicon servant portholes, and then just switch to our Ragnaroks. Like I said before, in the higher rounds, one shot from the Apothicon will charge the Ragnaroks, so you can switch between the two. This is pretty effective and has been tested and used by many other high round zombie players before. So this is like a second strat that you can do. As well as jumping around with the Ragnaroks, you can also place them down in front of you. This works tremendously well as well, although the first time you put it down you're more than likely going to get clomped by a zombie and maybe lose 1 or 2 Widow's Wine. So it's entirely up to you. If you want to have a break from doing something or whatever, then you can just put them down. As they're just about to run out, you can fire an Apothicon and that'll give you time to quickly reload, pick up the Ragnaroks and let them charge up again. Well, you may be wondering to yourself, what's going to happen when a Margwa spawns or a Panzer? Well, it's quite easy. All you need to do is just turn around, jump on the pad and head over to this area. This area is going to give you a lot more space to deal with any Panzers, any parasites, anything that is out of the norm of zombies. This is quite important because there's no way you can really deal with a Panzer or a Margwa in such a small area. What I normally do is pop the trap on to protect me from behind, and then once the Panzer eventually comes up, throw a little Arnie, that'll distract the zombies, and then you can probably 3 or 4 shot the Panzer with the Thundergun. So there you go guys, once you finish that, head yourself back over to the small area where we just come from and you can continue your high rounds. Don't forget, shoot the Apothicon, let the Ragnaroks charge, switch to the Ragnaroks, then vice versa. You've got a gumball machine just there, so you can easily use that if you need to come and get an alchemical or you need to get a max ammo if none drop. But there you go guys, I hope this tutorial has been really useful for you guys. Let me know if you try it, let me know how far you get in the comments down below. I'll be really interested to see how high you guys can get. My highest on here is 103 so far in solo, and I want to try and beat that using this technique. Anyway guys, you take care and I'll catch you in the next video.